Alex, thank you for coming to see us. Must have been a busy few days for you. Can you just sort of talk us through how the move came about and playing your first game soon after signing?
Yeah, I knew Plymouth were interested for a while. I think it took a while to get it done just because obviously Charlton had a few injuries maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but obviously I play with a smile on my face. Obviously you can tell I'm buzzing to be here. It's a massive club. I've walked around the city a little bit already, and I do like it. I can tell it's going to be a place I really enjoy. Tell the fans do back you. I know towards the end it got very frustrating for them, but I still thought they were brilliant in the circumstances.
The frustration from the fans showed in the closing stages. The club struggled for a couple of years, and I think it's the gradual build-up of that. But what did you think of the support, start, finish of the game from the fans today?
Yeah, I thought, like I said, I thought they did back us. I know if they didn't get frustrated, you'd be worried because there was frustrating moments in the game, and obviously with the results recently, it's been a tough start. But 42 games left. The season's not defined by 4 games, even though it's not the start that anybody wants. I thought they were brilliant. I thought they scored one chance, and it's lazy defending from everyone really. Myself mainly, if I'm being honest with myself, I think I'll keep him on side. Obviously, I'm aware he's going to do it. He's going to spin it, but if I step higher, they're offside at the end of the day, so I'm going to take the blame for that one. But I thought there was real positive signs out there. I know it might have been frustrating when we're passing it off the pitch sometimes and that, but I thought we played some real good stuff, and we're pressuring them and making them shank clearances out, and I think it's just that final bit of quality we're missing. Obviously, we're also missing clean sheets, and that's what in the last 2 seasons I've been priding myself on. So it's frustrating not to get a clean sheet, but it's not as if we've been pummeled and they've had 100 shots on goal. They've had one in the header in the first half, which I think they should do better. We should defend better, and then obviously the goal in the second half, and that's really it. It's defined by small margins, and we just need that final pass, find a bit of quality, and I think we'll open teams up.
How did you find it? I think you played against Stevenage, didn't you, last Tuesday, fitness-wise, getting up to the speed of playing League One football. You've done it for the last few years, but how did the game go for you personally?
What, the Stevenage game?
No,
today.
Sorry,
yeah. I think first half I was good, fitness-wise. I think second half was definitely showed that I'm not really up to pace with it yet, if I'm being honest with myself. I've only played 90 minutes, and that was last Tuesday against Stevenage, and we dominated. We're 3-0 up at one point, so it's, as a middle centre half, it's a bit of a cigar in mouth roll at that point, so I'm not really testing myself maybe fitness wise. So I definitely felt this, especially as we're going man for man, and letting on have quality on the top line as they always have for years, even when I was there. So that's why I felt my hamstring cramp up, and I think maybe what I've experienced in football, and that's why I've kind of signalled over that I don't want to keep pushing this, because like I say, it's 42 games left, and the defence can be a massive part in that. So I don't think it's anything serious or anything at all. But I think a couple more games and I'll get up to the standards I'm used to. Because to be honest with you, second half I don't think that was good enough for myself.
You know what League One football's like. It's pretty much Saturday, Tuesday non-stop, isn't it? You have to look after your body and be ready to go every 3 or 4 days, don't you? Yeah, and you've got to live right off the pitch. I know it sounds very busy saying it like that, but the fans, especially at this club, you can tell it's their life really, and if you're not living right off the pitch, then you're doing them a disjustice. And to be honest with you, I'm not just saying it, but I think we have a squad that is really determined off the pitch to make it right. We're saying in there, we've got to stop the rot, we've got to get points on the board, and it's going to come. It's just, like I say, one chance they've had to score, and one bit of quality we need, and we get a point there, or we get the win, and we'll get there. As a newcomer going into that dressing room, what are your first impressions?
Yeah, everyone's really welcoming. Lads have really helped me out, places to live and stuff like that. I've been a bit of a journeyman. Obviously been on loan pretty much my whole career really. So I'm used to going to new dressing rooms. I'm quite social, so I'm quite easy to get on with. But it does help when the lads are like they are here. They're very obviously Plymouth. Plymouth being a bit secluded in down south. It's lads need a real togetherness, as you've got lads from up north and London who can't really go home that much. So it seems like a real tight-knit group.
It's a nice place to live as well, Alex. I'm sure you'll find that. And just one last one. Charlton have got a couple of players that we know very well, Macaulay Gillespie and Lloyd Jones, who was born in the city. I'm sure you spoke to them. You know, what did they tell you about Argyle and about Plymouth as a whole? And I'm sure they said to you it'd be a good move. Yeah.
That's, to be honest with you, it's one of the main reasons why I come, because everyone I spoke to only said positive things about the club, the support, the city, and it weren't just opinions of people who've done really well. It was people who've done probably maybe not as well as they'd liked, and you can tell when a club's good when stuff isn't going wrong, but they still have really good opinions on it. And I was on the phone to Macca today, and Lloydie's brother was actually at the game today. So yeah, it's been real supportive from them.
Good luck for the rest of the season, Alex.
Tom told us, it's quite a difficult thing, isn't it, to join a club, train with them, and then play the next night. Did you have any qualms about it, or?
No, not really. I've done it at Leyton, Orient, Bromley, maybe St Johnstone. I've only had 2 sessions before. To be honest with you, it's part of the parcel. Like you've got to come in, and I like to think that I can keep my place here. So I know what I'm about. I know what, as you probably tell, I'm a bit like just defend first. But I'd like to think we were quite solid tonight. It's just frustrating, the manner of the goal.
I was going to say that, you're a big lad, aren't you? You obviously, what's nice to see, and he said you'd bring that, is that sort of winning mentality. But the confidence to come in here and sort of put your hand up for the goal, it says a lot about your character, which I think Argyle fans will appreciate. Yeah, I think that's all we've got, honesty. And in League One, if you're an honest team, if you've got 11 honest players who's going to run for the club and that and take ownership, then you're going to do well. So that's all I've been taught. I've been in really good training rooms, had really good gaffers who've taught me that. And to be fair, when I was younger, maybe I was a bit arrogant, and they've definitely kept me in line. Is there a goal in you, mate? Yeah, I'd like to think so. I've got a nose for it, don't I? So I better. I scored 2 last year. It was funny actually. I scored last game of the season, in the league, last game, and I made a mistake for the first goal. Don't get me wrong, I'm not making mistakes often at all, but. And then I kind of redemption to a bit of roller coaster game, and it was good header, to be fair to myself. So I was, hopefully I can get another one. Brilliant. I hope you enjoy your time here, Alex. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, when he was 23. I know. 64. I've got a couple of years left now.
Tom, your thoughts?
You probably tell by my body language I'm not as burning angry as I was on Saturday. I saw a group of guys who were focused, were organised, were trying their best. We just fell short, and that's where we're at the minute. I thought that the Lincoln and the Barnsley performances were similar in terms of we offered attacking threat but conceded 3 really soft goals. And the Bolton and Leyton Orient performances were similar in terms that we looked a bit more solid and in control, but just that final part we were just off it tonight. So putting the two aspects of all those 4 performances together is what we're striving for. Before we come complete, we're just falling short.
The Orient goal looked suspiciously offside. What was your view of it?
No. Having watched it on the small monitor next to me, looked like a good decision. I'll have to watch it back. It is a small screen, and I'm obviously in the heat of the battle, so I've not seen it back on a broadcast view or anything. So it just looked like one that we maybe couldn't complain about.
Alex Mitchell did largely what you were hoping, expecting from him.
Yeah, we certainly came in, has made us more solid. He wins all his aerial duels. He's no nonsense. He's succeeded at the level last season. So pleased with his debut. And there were some positives to take out today. I thought Benarous was fantastic in his first league start. I thought Malachi's been our most consistent performer this season. Excellent again. But yeah, we're just struggling to put both parts of our game together at the minute, and it's my job to try and figure out the balance of the team is the best way to do that.
Is it a bit of a jigsaw for you still at the moment?
We until all the business was done this window, we were trying to pick as much points until we were a complete team. Now we've not managed to do that for one reason or another. So we're all disappointed, we're all hurting, but we all have to stick together.
Difficult times at the moment for the Green Army as well. Message for the Argyle fans?
Yeah, mighty difficult, and they pay their money, they can voice their frustrations, and I think they've got the right balance of being demanding, as well as just not turning on their team and supporting them, because I've been there as a young player where it really can turn, and it's hostile, and it's not easy to perform under those circumstances. I would say thanks for the support. Keep being demanding, as well as backing the team the best you can.
Thank you, Tom.
Tom, you made 5 changes, and certainly the first half an hour, you looked as though you had a decent shape and carried some threat going forward. But once Orient scored in the second half, the confidence levels weren't there in the team, were they, really? No,
we're suffering. We're suffering from confidence levels, and when the opposition scores and you can feel the environment getting hostile, that's tough. We've got a really young group this season, so that makes it's probably the first time they've experienced this. We've got a lot of players that are experiencing playing for a club that's expected to win. So I've got no... So I had no doubt coming into this how big the job is. It's a long process to get this team to where we want. We've taken on 11 new players, a lot of them young players. We've taken on 4 or 5 academy graduates, and we've taken on a really competitive league. So I'm ready for the challenge. I'm ready to try and improve us day in, day out. We'll for sure strengthen in the market further. I thought Alex looked a seasoned League One player, and maybe we need a couple more of those. But yeah, it's a huge task we have ahead, and we'll meet it head on.
The next couple of weeks before the transfer deadline are going to be really important now, aren't they? You clearly need to add support to the squad that you've got. Yeah, and sort of that emotional support that the players we have will need through this. Like I said, I've experienced it on an astronomical scale when I was a player, so I think I know I can guide these players through. Brendan Wiredu has had to do it, and I thought he was one of our better performances at Lincoln. So listen, it can turn around as quickly as it can turn away, and that's what we've got to believe. So emotional support, technical support, as well as external support from the market. You're still relatively new to the club, but you've come into a football club that's struggled for a couple of years now, and you can feel the frustration in the stands. I mean, it was obvious tonight. That doesn't make it easy for the players on the pitch, who a lot of them are new, but it is understandable in a way. I mean, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because you've got lots of players that haven't been here for very long and are perhaps sort of feeling the effects of the club's struggles over the last couple of years. Yeah. I mean, it's like I said, I think there's a fine balance between demanding off the team when we're not performing at our best, and that's absolutely, they deserve to do that. They pay their money to do that, as well as not to, that's why I've never used the word. I've been in environments that have gone toxic. I would never use that word for this environment. I think it's demanding. I think it can be high pressure, especially if you've not experienced it.
So I need to help those lads emotionally and through this. But no, I would say we're a club that needs a result, that's for sure, and hopefully that comes Saturday.
One more, the obvious question: can we expect for a signing or two before Saturday? Do you feel?
I think that's a question for others. Like I said, it takes a lot of my time, but as does everything else in the football club. When you're on a run like this, I think that's why we have recruitment departments, because that is their main focus. And fingers crossed, because you can see we need the help. From an environment point of view, from a fan's point of view, but I think tonight you saw we need it from a quality point of view.
Thank you for your time, Tom.
Thanks.